Good evening to everybody. Welcome back to the day 4. Today we will discuss draw toolbar. What are the draw toolbar options available? How best we can use them? By using those draw toolbar entities, how to create different types of drawings? What are the options available for each and every draw toolbar options? Like when you go to the circle, there are a number of options are there. Spline, different types of options that I am going to explain. We will discuss these things. First, as we discussed in previous classes, by using the coordinate system, we can draw lines. And the other two methods also we discussed, like non-parametric drawing and parametric drawing. By using graphical user interface, non-parametric drawings we can generate. By using command user interface, we can generate the parametric drawings. If you create non-parametric drawings also, by using graphical user interface, later you can convert into parametric drawing. Now, we will go to the line command. See, when you click on the line command, it will ask you in the command manager, you can see, specify first point. You can select anywhere. If you are doing non-parametric design, means we are not bothering about the magnitude, direction, just we want to draw a line. Freehand sketches, like I'll show you some freehand sketches in the ending. This is one method, and another method is shortcut for line L. Type L, space bar. With your thumb, you can press the space bar. It will ask you specify the first point by using any one of the coordinate system which is easy for you or which you familiar with that you can use here. First, I am using absolute Cartesian coordinate system. I am starting a point 0, 0 to generate a line at the rate 10, 5. Specify. We generated one line entity by using command user interface. We don't know the dimensions of this line. To know that, either you must calculate by using mathematics, or else you can go to the dimensions, align, object to snap settings. Here I am selecting object to snaps, select all. Here you can see F3 is the shortcut and F11. Both are shortcuts for object to snap on F3, object to snap tracking on F11. When you go for the align dimensions, you need to select the endpoints. Previously, it was not displaying the endpoints. See, you can see here right now. Select the endpoint. Another command point. Click. This is the magnitude of a specified line. Like you can create, or else you can create by using the coordinate systems. Same line I want to create by using other coordinate systems. And we are going to specify that. At the rate, what is the magnitude? 11.1803 less than. Consider it as a 45 degrees angle and specify. Different entities we created by using the line command with the help of two types of coordinate systems. First one we did by using non-parametric design. Second one we doing by using parametric design. You can see, like we can generate entities. That's about the line option. To specify in general in the line. So you please concentrate on this. I'm going to PL shortcut or command. Specify the starting point. You can use coordinate system or else click anywhere else. When you are specifying the next point, it's showing you different options: arc, off width, length, undo width. First, we will see how to draw a line, straight lines, either horizontal, vertical, or some aligned. Go for the arc next. Enter A. Here, see, it's showing you some options. You can use angle, center, close, direction of width, line, radius, second point, undo width. We can select radius. Depending upon our parameters, we have to select. Whatever entities we created, it's taking it as a single entity. But when you create it with different entities, options like line, same line I'm going to draw. Later we can go for the arc, starting point, ending point, and angle. When you select, here it show you two different entities. Line entity is different, arc entity is different. Then what happen in database, it will consider line one equation, arc another equation. Between those two equations, one relation, which generate another equation. Like 3 types of equations, database increased. To avoid the database, better use polyline option. See, you can find out the difference. Only one entity will be considered. Continuous equation will be there. That means our database is shortened by using this polyline option. So whenever it is possible, instead of using line, arc, circles, some other options, better to use polyline. And in civil engineering, it is useful when we are constructing a wall. We use some curves, straight lines. By using polyline, we can draw it. Later, we can convert that into 3D without any further joining or other options like we need not to consider it as a two entities. For converting into three-dimensional drawing, you need to select two different entities. If you use line, arc, different options. If you use polyline, directly you can select, you can convert it to 3D. That's the advantage. Now we will go for the circle option. You can see here 4 plus 3, 6 options are there. Center radius, center diameter, 2 point, 3 point, tangent, tangent radius, tangent, tangent, tangent. First one is the simple circle to construct. Select that. It will ask you the center point. Select the center point. Then radius. I specified 5 as a radius. It's been constructed. So simple option. When you go to the other parameters, center, diameter. Select the same center. Specify diameter as 5. See, that's the difference. 2 point circle, 3 point circles. Depending upon the parameters, we have to select wisely which option is suitable. Either center radius or center diameter or 2 point, 3 point, tangent, tangent radius or tangent, tangent, tangent. C is the shortcut for circle. Command. When you type C here, it will ask you 3 point, 2 point, TTR. If you want to generate a circle by using 3 points, Either it may be tangent to any line or circle, or simply you know those 3 points. By joining those 3 points, you want to construct a circle. Directly you can specify here 3p. Enter. No, it's prompting here. Specify the first point on circle. Suppose I'm selecting the center of the circle. Again, this center of the circle. To display the center point, move your cursor on perimeter of the circle. Then it will show you the center. You can select that. Then you can specify anywhere the third point. This is the advantage with the 3-point circle. When you don't know exactly center point or radius, diameter, parameters, only 3 points if we know, we would like to construct by using those 3 points. Then we can use these 3-point circle option. Again, I'm going for circle option. Type C, spacebar, 2.2p. Same as this. Previously we used 3 points. Here we can use 2 points to generate circle. Another option is tangent, tangent, radius. First, suppose we want to construct a circle which is tangent to this circle, tangent to this line, and with a defined radius. Then you can choose circle T or is the shortcut. Specify. First it is asking first tangent of circle. See, in objective snaps, tangent snap it's showing you. Second tangency point. This is my second tangency point. By default, it will show you the circle radius. You can enter if you want to continue with that, or else if you want to specify with particular radius, specify it, enter. So tangent to this line, tangent to this circle, with the radius of 4, we are able to construct a circle. In electrical or mechanical, or in civil also, we face small problems like this. Our wall is different at a certain distance, and other entity is with certain distance. We would like to construct by joining those two tangencies. We don't know the radius. Then we can use this TTR option, or else whether the radius clearance is there. To check also, we can construct this TTR option. Now tangent, tangent, tangent. As I told you in the last class, press the scroller button, pan, move, up, down, right, left, whatever it could be. Type C, T. You can type first tangency is this one. See? Tangent to this circle, tangent to this circle, tangent to this circle. We don't know any parameters of the circle, like how much radius it is, where the center axis or center point lies. We don't know those parameters, even though we can construct circle by using this tangent, tangent, tangent option. I hope all of you understand. If you have any doubts, you can raise later. No, we will go to the arc option. Here you can find out 1, 2, 3, 3 3 is 9 plus 2. Why I am telling 3 3 is means you can see start, center, end. Start, center, angle, start, center, length. Start, end, 3 options. Start, center, 3 options. Center, start, 3 options. Like 9 options are there. And another 2 options like continuous arc and 3-point arc. First we will discuss 3-point arc. When you have to generate an arc by using these 3 points, any 3 points, simply you can specify those 3 points, enter. You can generate by using 3 points arc. Another one is start, center, end point. Whenever you have a doubt what command we are supposed to specify, please go through the command prompt. It will ask you, it will prompt you what you are supposed to specify exactly. Here, start point of an arc or center. Depending upon our parameters, we have to choose wisely. Either you can select center point. If you want to specify the center point, type C. This is my starting point. If you want to change the direction, you can hold the control button. See? And start, center, angle. When we have parameters like starting point, center point, and angle only. For suppose you want to construct an arc with 190 degrees or 90 degrees or 70 degrees, you have only parameters of starting point, center point. Then you can select this. First, it will ask you specify the point of arc or center. For better practice, always select center point first. Selected the center point and starting point. Nearest you can select. You can specify angle. For suppose here, type A. Specify the angle how much we want. For suppose 120 degrees angle. it's been generated. 120 degrees angle arc generated. Sometimes what happen, we don't know the angle. We know only two parameters, start point, center point. And when you don't know the length also, on that time you can use R. If you know those three parameters, starting point, center point, length, then also you can use. I will show you how it is useful. This is my center point, and here is my starting point. If you know the chord length, you can specify. Or else if you don't know the chord length, you can select the nearest point on the line. It seems to be same entities. When you're going to select, you can find out the difference. See, this one is another entity, first entity, second entity. Three different types of entities are there. In modify toolbar, we will discuss how to make that three different entities into one entity. Same as this. Here, little bit difference. Starting point, ending point, and other three parameters like angle, direction, radius. You can go for start and angle. Anywhere you can start your arc, end point, including angle. Specify the including angle. If you want to change the direction, you can hold the control button. Or else just specify 90 degrees. When we move the cursor, depending upon that, the arc adjusts. So move your cursor carefully. When you are using graphic user interface, or else you can specify the commands or parameters. By using those parameters, it will generate the arc. Same as this, start, center, end, center, start, end. Here we will discuss the continuous line. If you understand any one of them, like in first start, center, radius, other two are same, only except angle and length difference. Here also start, ending same, angle and other two parameters change. Here also center, start, other two parameters been changed. Continuous line or continuous arc we will discuss. continuous arcs we can generate by specifying only 2 points. Here, when you go to the continuous point, previous point by default it is taking this is the advantage with the continuous arc. Now we will discuss rectangle options. That REC is the shortcut. Enter. Here it's asking you first corner point. We will discuss whatever the options available within the bracket later. First, try to understand how to construct a rectangle. First corner point. Already we are familiar with the selection method. We are drawing a rectangle but using right lower corner point to upper left corner point. Same principle here also. Only the difference is when we are drawing a rectangle by using graphic user interface, we need to select lower left corner first, then upper right corner, means diagonals. Diagonal starting point, ending point, once you select, by using those 2 points, it will calculate the other 2 distance by using trigonometry method. It will generate the rectangle. That's a simple option of rectangle. In rectangle, you can see chamfer option, type C, enter. Generally, when we go for the chamfer fillet, as a mechanical engineers, we must understand, sharp edges will produce more tangential stresses or residual stresses. To reduce that, we will remove the sharpened edges. In that cases, we will go for chamfer or fillet. Here, we are selecting chamfer. Specify the first chamfer distance for rectangle. From default 2, I am specifying. Again, it will ask you the second chamfer distance. If it is same 2, you can specify by typing enter. Or else, if you want to change, specify those values. 5. I specified. Go to the first corner point. And the second corner point. See, chamfers, whatever we specified, depending upon that values, it created a chamfered rectangle. This distance is 2, this distance is 5. Means whatever the chamfer first distance we specified, it will be calculated in the x direction. Later, whatever the second chamfer distance we specified, calculated in y direction. So you must understand, when you are going for the chamfer, x-axis must be our first distance, y-axis is our second distance. This is the advantage. Instead of creating rectangle, later go for the chamfer option in modify toolbar. Directly you can generate chamfered rectangle. We will go for fillet rectangle. If you don't remove the chamfer distances, by default it will take every time those x-axis, y-axis chamfer distance. So better to remove. Type C, make it 0. Again 0. No, it won't take any chamfer distance. You can see rectangle. (20, 20). Chamfered rectangle first we created, that we made chamfer 0, 0. Then exact rectangle been created without chamfers. If you want to remove those chamfer distances, by default every time whenever we are creating the rectangle, it will take the chamfer distances. So for better practice, remove the chamfer distances, make it 0, 0 in x-axis, y-axis. Now go for the rectangle. Same 10, 10. Fillet. Rectangle. Fillet option F. Type for fillet F. Here specify the fillet radius per rectangle. I am going to specify some 4 units. First corner 10, 10. Second corner 20, 20. You can see the fillet radius generated. Same values, whatever we specified for chamfer rectangle, normal rectangle, and fillet rectangle. By using these chamfer fillet options, you can directly generate the rectangles with that features. If you don't know rectangle options, generally people will do first draw their rectangle, then they will go for chamfers and fillets. Instead of doing like that, better to do like this. As in earlier discussions I just now told you, the equations, whatever we are going to generate here, drawing entities, okay, will be minimized. If you go for rectangle, later chamfer or fillet, first it will consider rectangle equation with the references of UCS icon, distance, magnitude, everything, direction. Later when you go for the chamfer or fillet options, it will consider it as another equation, combine those 2 equations, another continuity equation it will generate. The database is going to be increased. To decrease the database, we must use these types of options. Why to decrease those databases, we will discuss in the next class. These are the rectangle options. Another option also there, thickness, width, elevation. Elevation means we are working in XY plane. If you want to generate a rectangle at the distance of XY plane to, then we can generate by using the elevation option. Simply select E, elevation some 5 I am specifying, enter, same rectangle options 10 comma 10 to 20 comma 20. Same fillet rectangle we generated, you can see that. See, at the elevation of 5 means with the XY plane distance 5, same rectangle being generated. When we go for the wireframe models, we can generate by using such type of methods. But for good practice, better not to use at the starting. When you become expert or you can understand thoroughly those other commands, then you can use these types of options. Don't forget to make sure those rectangle options must be 0, 0 in all fields. Like elevation also, now I am making it 0, or else whatever the drawing entities we are going to create by using rectangle option, it at the elevation 5 will be generated. So to avoid that, I make it elevation 0 and fillet also 0. Thickness and width, when we go for the three-dimensional drawings, I will explain you. Right now it's not necessary, so leave it. Go to the ellipse option. Here, 3 different types of ellipse options are available. First one is center. Select the center point. Specify the end point of axis. X20, Y10. Rotation. Specify the distance to other axis or rotation. Anything you can specify. The ellipse option. Simple ellipse option. Second one is axis and endpoint. Here you can read out for better understand. Second, our arc center. Here I will select the center point, type C. Whenever you move your cursor, perimeter of the curved structure, center point will be displayed, or else it won't display any center point. So whenever you find any curved structure, you want to select a center point, move your cursor, perimeter of the curved structure. Then it will display. You can move your cursor to center point and select it. Specify the end point there. Somewhere. Or else you can use the command prompt or coordinate systems. With the help of coordinate systems also, we can generate ellipse. elliptical arc. You must understand the difference between ellipse and elliptical arc. Sometimes what we did mistake is we draw by using elliptical arc option. It will display it as a elliptical because the distance between these two entities, that elliptical arc and the point to starting point, is minute. It may not visualize you it's as a elliptical arc. When you go for the zoom mode, compare it to your extents of the zoom, the starting point, ending point is negligible. So it will show you it as a ellipse. Where we will face these types of problem is when you are converting this into area or 3D volumes, then it will show you it's an open contour. It will not be selected. Or else make it close. It will ask you to close the contours. That's why by using arc or elliptical arcs, whatever entities we generated, that must be considered as an open loop. We can't convert open loops or open contours into 3D objects. So make sure they must be closed objects. Now we will go for the hatch option. So different types of patterns are available. Any one pattern you can select depending upon our applications. For concrete, or brick wall, or glass, or wood, different types of cross sections are available. Any one of them you can select. Only two lines. If you want to increase the number of hatched lines, you can change the scale here. Once you change the scale, that's also the problem students will face. When they go for the hatch option, instead of changing the scale, they struggle that it's not showing any hatch option. Then you better to change the scale option, check out. In hatch, see, when we are selected open contour, it will not consider that boundaries. Without that boundaries, it's been selected. So if that is closed loop, then it will be considered only the entities which are in closed boundary, there only it will create the hatch. If you have any open loop, it will consider this entire boundary as one boundary. It will subtract open loops. It will consider only closed loop. Now here some other options also available. You can see spline. A smooth curve is being generated by joining those points, whatever the points we selected. When we have a particular points, in civil engineering where we use is the elevation of hill or bottom of the sea, we can find out some crescents or loops. There they will find out some points. By using those points, you can generate a closed curve to find out the elevation. On that conditions, this spline is useful. This is another type of curve. What's the difference? I will show you. Previous curve, you can change the points. The smoothness will be changed, or the coordinates be changed. But in this type of curve, you can select, you can adjust. Between those 2 points, whatever the possible smooth curve is possible, that it will show you. But here it's not possible. Once you change the coordinates, the shape may be changed. So that's the advantage and disadvantage with these two types of curves. Okay. Today's session is over. If you have any doubts, you can raise.
Yeah, do anyone have doubts?
I have a doubt, sir.
Go ahead. You can type or you can ask.
Sir, how to set A4 or A3 sheets before drawing?
Okay. I think you attended last class.
Yes, sir.
In that, I clearly specified. Anyhow, I will explain you. Madhukar, check out something wrong with this AutoCAD. In limits, you can set A4 dimensions, A0, A2, A1, A3, A4, all other settings. You can specify by using the limit option. Just type limit, specify the lower left corner as we specified in the rectangle.
Yes, sir.
Upper right corner.
Yes, sir.
For A4, it's 12,9. Directly you can specify. 0,
Okay, sir.
0 is our lower left corner. Upper right corner is 12,9. Once you specified the within the A4 dimensions only, you can draw any entities or drawings. Beyond that, you can't draw, or it won't generate any drawing entities. If you set limits on off, if you want, you are able to draw within that boundary. Like you can set A4 dimensions. Default it will be inches. If you want to change, you can convert into the millimeters in units.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, any more doubts? So someone asked how to draw a continuous line with dotted.
So how to draw a continuous line with dotted or dotted?
Dotted.
Okay, I'll show you. So suppose you have 3 or 4 points, 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 0, 0. Like we have different types of different magnitudes of points, x, y, different x and y's. You want to draw a polyline by using those points. That's your doubt. Am I right?
No, sir. Actually, for drawing a diagram, we will take in a continuous line with dotted as a reference line.
No, I didn't get you.
Sir, while drawing a diagram, we will take a reference line with continuous line which has no end, no, sir.
Yeah, this one. No, I'm showing. Is this you are talking about?
Sir, I can't see the screen, sir.
Okay. Those called infinite lines. We will use those infinite lines for reference purpose.
Okay.
Okay. Wherever they are intersect, instead of using the infinite lines intersect points, you can use the grid. That's better. Or else, if you know the xy values, you can use continuous line. See, I will show you. If you want to go for the spline or polyline, it's up to you. I'm selecting the spline. Our reference points are 0, 0, 10, 10, and 20, 20, 30, 30. Close. These are infinite lines or rays. Rays means from the starting point in only one direction generate. Or infinite lines means in both the directions, means positive, negative, generated from the point we select. This you are talking about. It's a continuous line. So it's showing different points. Here you complete all the from the starting point means simply specify C close means end point to starting point. It will draw a line means it will close the loop. Continuous lines will be generated. I will give you the exercises. In this end of the session, I am going to post Mr. Madhukar. He will share with you some exercises you have to do. Someone else, Sachin Laddu. How to increase
Can you give any practice exercises?
Yeah, I will give you. I will post to Madhukar. Madhukar will share with you.
Okay. Thank you. We have done for the day. Everyone can leave now.
Thank you very much, all of you. Have a good day.